Hello, Miami. Welcome to Let's Chat with Disco George. Today we are bringing back one of our all-time favorites, Cuento in Doral, located at 4237 Northwest 107th Avenue. It's a fantastic location, and today we have Chef David here so he could tell us about some of his new products that he has and some of his original products, which I love, which we'll talk about, of course, but don't go anywhere. This is going to be a fantastic show. Chef, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So how's it going?
It's going, man. It's a rough year, and it's been a rough couple of years for restaurants, but we're keeping our heads up and surviving.
Listen, it is, right now we're in that roller coaster, and we don't know sometimes where the cost is going to be on some of our products. Look at the eggs, and I know you use a lot of eggs.
Yeah.
So, but I'm so happy that you're back and that you've created some new items.
Yeah, we've been hard at work.
Oh yeah. I know. And I see you. I follow you online, and I see you and Michelle are always putting out some really incredible videos, and I always get so hungry that makes me want to drive right over to your location and try them. But we got to see
you show up more then.
I know. I wish I was a little closer to you, but I do stop by once in a while.
Yeah.
So before we start with the new products, tell us a little bit about the story of Cuento for the people that haven't seen you before.
Sure. So the idea behind Cuento is like the name means story.
Okay.
So we reference a lot of stories, historical and fictional. Oftentimes Spanish, medieval, really anything. I mean, we kind of tie it to a Spanish origin.
Okay.
But really any story we want to reference, we take that liberty. And
where did that idea come from? Because it's very unique.
It's where does any idea come from? It's just out of the air, I guess. I don't know. But really the idea is about our story that we're telling, right?
Okay.
The story that we're living in our lives, and also just the story of this restaurant and the stories people exchange while sitting across the table from one another. That's the idea. It's Cuento serves as like a third place where people congregate and live their story.
Yeah, and it's a very casual place.
Yeah.
And you even have, I seen the dominoes, people playing dominoes a little bit there.
Yeah.
While they're while they're waiting for their food.
Yeah, we try and have an inviting, warm, cozy environment there.
And it's very comfortable. You have a seating for how many people?
I think it's 36.
36.
Yeah.
So it holds a lot of people. It's not. It's
sure.
not. It's
sure. Not too much though. It's still intimate enough.
Well, yeah, but 36 is a good amount.
Yeah. It'd be nice to get it filled.
Well, definitely. So let's start off. Yesterday was National Burger Day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Burger month, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it's the whole month of May.
Oh wow, the whole month. I better eat a lot of burgers.
Yeah.
This month.
Oh, you got to catch up. Your month's almost over.
But yeah. I know they were celebrating it yesterday, and I know that you have a fantastic burger that I want to show. Yeah, so I want to show it, and so you give us a little description about this.
Sure. So this is we call it our jerk smash burger. This is the way we've designed it, just to be a triple. You can also get it as a double. But we use small, about 2.7 ounce patties, and we smash them really as thin as we can get them. I've got a separate grill that's just for burgers.
Okay.
Because we need to keep that grill at 500 degrees or higher. You really to create that Maillard effect, you need a super high temperature, and you got to do this process pretty quickly. But yeah, we smash the patties, season them, flip them over, put American cheese on each one. Use Kraft Singles; it's the best American cheese for a burger. And we put our Campeador sauce. It's basically a pink sauce, like a golf sauce or a fry sauce.
Oh wow, that looks so delicious.
Yeah.
It looks like it's just like steaming, ready to get eaten.
Yeah, it's inviting you to take a bite. The jerk part of it is a spread that we put on the bottom. It's basically got Jamaican jerk flavors mixed in with a shallot compote that we make in house.
Let me ask you, probably something that Burger Beast would have a cow. Can you add lettuce and tomatoes or onions to that?
I'm glad you asked. People try and do manipulation a lot.
All right.
That's one that we don't allow it on.
Okay.
You got to eat that burger the way it is. Yeah, there's some things you just don't touch, right?
Exactly. Well, that looks like perfection, but you
Yeah.
know, some people. I know Burger Beast is allergic to lettuce.
Right,
So,
Yeah, he wouldn't have that problem, but we
yeah,
have people come in and try and do that, and we have to tell them no, and they end up being super satisfied with it anyway, and they understand, like, I
exactly.
get why you don't allow the changes.
Well, definitely a smash burger usually doesn't have the lettuce and tomato.
Yeah, it's a different style of burger. Some people do put it on there, but for the real hardcore smash burger fans, there's a certain style to do it, and it doesn't involve lettuce and tomato.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about the smash burger craze, because it's been very popular here in South Florida lately?
As far as the history of that, you'd be better off talking to our friend Burger Beast.
Burger Beast.
Yeah.
But I
think
can tell you, especially in Wynwood, though there's like other smash burger places that it's crazy.
Right. It's taken off. Skinny Louie's is doing well right now. They're opening up a second spot from what I've heard. And yeah, I think Ted's Burgers had a lot to do with it becoming popular in Miami, and Burger Beast as well. And
Yeah.
we're just
It's
riding
a totally
the train, I
different
guess.
sensation, because once you see that, it's more like of a crunchier,
Yeah.
cruncher, because I was used to, back in our day, at least my day, it was everybody wanted the thick burger.
Right. So there's thick, juicy burger, and then there's smash burger, like you're talking about.
Exactly. So last time that you were here, I had requested a Monte Cristo, and you actually came up with a fantastic version of it.
Yeah.
So let's see that, and you could give us a little detail. And you actually gave it a unique name.
Right. So we call this Volcanes y Baobabs. It's from El Principito, the Little Prince, that story.
Okay.
So the particular part of the story that this is inspired from is about his morning routine. When he wakes up, he's on his own little planet, and there are these 3 mountains or volcanoes. 2 of them are active and 1 of them is dormant, which we try and reflect that in like the topology of this plate that we've designed. So the active ones have the exposed interior of the sandwich. So inside it's got Swiss cheese, turkey, ham, and American. So it's a pretty classic way to approach a Monte Cristo. We do use medianoche bread as the base.
Okay. Yeah. So I was going to ask, because I couldn't tell what size bread that is. So,
Yeah.
So is that 3 pieces or 4?
It's 3 pieces. The one of them's completely coated in the batter. Yeah. And the batter's actually a materva batter, so it's like making a beer batter, but
use materva. Oh my God, that's gotta be
old school Cuban throwback.
And the dipping sauce is
that's a strawberry guava sauce.
Strawberry guava. Wow.
The strawberry rose that we put on there as well. It's a cute little garnish, but that's also a reference to the story that the little prince falls in love with a rose on his planet.
Okay, beautiful. I can't wait to try that. Let's see the next item that you've added to the menu. It's a Panco Lechon, correct?
Yeah. This is our version of a Panco Lechon. As you can tell, all of our sandwiches are a little unique and a little different. We make our braised pork shank is essentially our lechon. We make that in-house. And most Panco Lechons don't come with cheese, but ours does. We like that kind of stretchy, gooey appeal of a pressed sandwich.
Absolutely.
And we put chicharrones in there, and that's basically
oh my God, que rico.
Yeah.
So while you're biting the meat, you're getting the little
you get a little
crunch.
yeah, a little snap.
Wow. And you put any sauces in there, or
no, that one doesn't have sauces.
Just the cheese.
We do we have like a Frita sauce. It's like a kind of loose, runny sauce.
Okay.
That when we're cooking the pork on the grill before we make the sandwich, we keep it moist with that, so it kind of builds that sauce flavor into the pork.
Tell us a little. You still doing fritas too?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the fritas.
I guess we have a picture of that one, but
we don't have it. But tell us a little bit.
It's also a little atypical. We use a brioche bun instead of Cuban bread, but we make our meat mixture in house. It's we start with a CBS blend. It's chuck, brisket, and short rib, and we mix in some regular 80-20 chuck as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I haven't had a frita in a while. I'm gonna have to go and try that too. I'm gonna eat everything. You should have a little sampler.
Yeah. That wouldn't be hard to pull off, right?
Yeah. So we also have the next one, which is el Pisaro en Lima.
Yeah.
Which is a tamal. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So this is to reference the name a little bit, the previous Panco Lechon is Capitan Pisaro, the Spanish conquistador. There's a lot to his story, how he's tied into pigs. But also part of his story is he became, I believe, the governor of Peru after he went there and conquered it. So this is the part of his life where he's in Peru. So it's a Cuban and Peruvian tamal fusion dish. This one we're showing that has a huancaína hollandaise on the bottom. We've actually changed it since then. Now it's we make a rocoto sofrito. Okay. So we're using Peruvian peppers that they take a lot of pride in, and trying to elevate and honor those. Then we've got a Cuban tamal, our lechon on top. We make it's kind of like a salsa. What do we call it nowadays? We call it a Creole relish is what we're calling it. Ooh. So this is basically tomato, red onion, and red jalapenos.
Is that considered an appetizer, or is that
that's a
an
dish.
Actual meal?
Yeah, that's a whole dish. This one is a smaller version. We've kind of separated it into two, but it's bigger than that one.
It's a hearty portion.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The tamal, I believe, is 10 ounces.
Oh, wow.
That's just the tamal. So you're probably, close to a pound worth of food. But
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I love tamal. If I ever go to a restaurant and I see that they have tamal
really
on the menu,
that's your draw.
That's like I'm there. I don't know what it is. I could actually tell you what it is. My mom back in the day, she would make homemade tamales, and there's nothing like eating a homemade tamal.
Yeah.
But you're practically even making it even better, because you're putting your chef creation in it, and the story and all the fantastic ingredients that you use.
Yeah, we're trying to put a spin on it. There's definitely some nostalgia attached to tamales.
Oh, for sure. So let's see. The next one that we have is El Rey Coronado.
Yeah. Sure. So this is a chicken and waffles dish. Basically, there's chicken milanesa on top of a homemade sourdough waffle. And we put bacon and eggs on that, and the coronado part is the crown of cheese that we make. So we make that to order. It's basically a shredded mozzarella provolone. We cook it on the grill, torch it, and roll it up on kind of like a metal circle.
Okay.
And we got to hang it there upside down, let it cool off, let the cheese set, and eventually you can take it off, and you've got that beautiful crown.
That's a masterpiece. It really deserves the crown that you've put on.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful masterpiece.
We had somebody eat it a couple days ago, and they got about 80% done with the plate, because it's also a large portion size. And then
I don't think the picture does it justice.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No, it's big. I mean, the waffles, let's say about 8 inches.
Okay.
But yeah, so the guest who was eating that, we come to check up on him. He says the king was defeated.
Oh boy!
Not completely. You left a little bit.
That's beautiful. So we also have at your location, you also have desserts, and I know we have a video of Chef Michelle making some of your famous flan, which is a white chocolate flan.
Yeah.
So give us a little detail of how you guys make it.
Yeah, I mean, she's the dessert queen, so she can answer a lot better than I can. I really don't mess with sweets much, but yeah, here she's making a caramel. She's putting the caramel into the flan tins, so that when you eventually take the flan out, it's got that browned layer on top.
Okay.
Using condensed milk and evaporated milk.
Wow.
Cream cheese. Then I hope the video gets it, but the white chocolate part is actually hard to infuse that into the flan, because the chocolate is hard, right? And your flan ingredients are liquidy and soft. So you have to melt the chocolate, kind of temper it, and get it to bind with this liquid, which she's figured that out, how to do that completely on her own. And it's magic what she does too.
No, definitely. And she makes those delicious cookies.
Yeah.
Are you still doing this? Is it snickerdoodles?
Yeah, we've got snickerdoodles. We've got maybe 6 different types of cookies around there.
Wow.
I like the ones with pretzels in them. I like little salty sweet.
Okay. I haven't tried those.
Reese's Pieces one as well.
So look, you guys are located in Doral. So I know that Doral especially now it's blown up with a lot of offices and stuff like that. And I'm sure we have lots of people watching now that are in Doral or even nearby. If somebody wants to order these, what do you use? Do you have Uber Eats, DoorDash? What do you guys use for deliveries?
Yeah, so we're on Uber Eats, DoorDash, through our website. You can also order for pickup or for delivery. And for offices and parties, we've got catering. We have a catering menu that's all
Okay.
platters. But if it's smaller orders, maybe 15 people or less, you can just get that Uber Eats or order it through our website.
And usually, do you need like a heads up, or just you could just do it straight?
We can usually just do it, but
No problem.
if it's a large catering, we'd probably need like a day's notice or something.
Okay. And well, do you guys by chance offer like going to the location and setting up and
Yeah, we can
serving?
do that. We don't really do serving, but we can set it up like I said. The platters are, since it's all kind of handheld food, people just walk up and grab a croqueta or grab a piece of a sandwich. So
Excellent. Let me ask you to finish. Are you still serving the Elena Rus, which I love so much?
yeah, that's not going anywhere. We had mentioned the Monte Cristo. We tried originally to turn that into Monte Cristo,
Yes.
and it didn't quite work. So we decided to leave the Elena Rus as she is, and yeah.
Oh my God. I love the Elena Rus. It's funny. Every time I talk about your location, I always, talk about brunch and the different items that you serve. But I always tell them, always try the Elena Rus.
Yeah.
The
We call it the Doña Elena.
Doña Elena.
Speaking of stories, there's a good story behind the origin of that sandwich.
Tell us a little bit about
Well,
it.
maybe we save that one for next time. But
Okay. All right. But I'll tell you, it was so delicious. And I even last time I took one home so I could have it for the next day because it's magical. It really is.
Well, that's good.
Just like all your things, but that is my favorite, the Elena Rus.
Thank you. I'm glad.
Well, I appreciate you coming today, taking some
I
time
appreciate
from
you
your
having
day.
me.
And special shout out to Michelle for
She's holding it down.
She's holding down the fort.
Mhm.
But I really appreciate you coming.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Well, everybody, if you enjoyed the show today, please give us a like. And if you really, really enjoyed it, please share it with all your friends. I hope you have a great day.